come out. Facebook is a total brainwashing cult. Their own employed, literal, it's all MKUltra stuff. The universities, the psychology departments are their own cults. They're all pushing psychotropics and ayahuasca and DMT, and then all these new synthetic super drugs coming out are being tested inside the universities everywhere. MKUltra is on your television. MKUltra is on your smartphone. MKUltra is in your school. MKUltra is in your water. It's even on CNBC that Facebook is a cult. You understand? The day of doom is here. At least that's the headline at drudgereport.com. Shutdown doomsday scenario. We're going to be going over all of that. Paul Joseph Watson is going to be joining us for an hour, starting at the bottom of this hour. And, of course, Owen Schroyer is going to be hosting the broadcast today because I have the conference room packed with crew on getting a bunch of key initiatives and things we're launching done. So that is why I am here in the office today, but not on air. And it is a momentous day. Trump is going down to the border. I know that he's already declared an emergency to the military a few months ago, and that he's set, at least in his thinking, to declare an emergency. He's having to remove people that says he doesn't have the power to do that when he 100%, under just the Constitution for a border and for an invasion, it's his right and his duty. I mean, this is not like some special, wonderful thing he's doing. It's just in a sea of traitors and globalists, they try to upside down world and have us live in that fantasy land. But the headlines up on Infowars.com and Newswars.com are truly tomorrow's news today. This is where you've heard in the last year and a half about we need an emergency. Obama put an emergency in place. Really been saying 2 years ago. Even since he was president-elect, we've been saying that. And Zero Hedge has been saying that, and that's it. Zero Hedge has been putting up the legislation, the documents, the laws. We've been doing that as well. I feel good knowing Zero Hedge is there. I have no affiliation with Zero Hedge, but that's they have some leftist-leaning stuff in there. I don't care about that. They talk about how the government works, the COG, the universities on top of the CIA, how the whole program works, how Operation Mockingbird is being carried out in a modern operation. So the reason I obsess over the fact that we're tomorrow's news today, next year's news today, is because the globalists are fighting around the clock to try to get us off the air. Because what we're saying is the blueprint and how it works. And, you know, it's further along in some aspects that I thought. And just coming to grips with the true, pure evil, just wanting to destroy life and kill children and hurt innocent people and just rip innocence into pieces, just coming up against that spirit and having that realization of that fallen thing that we're up against just makes me get on my knees to God and ask for a great awakening and a new renaissance on this planet, because it's what we need. So Owen's going to take over in the next segment. It's up on drudgereport.com. Trump heads to the border. Emergency declaration. Test Republicans. Texas landowners prepare. Wall fight. Things Dems have funded that cost more. Drudge has a lot of key articles up there that break all that down. And then, of course, we also have Armstrong Williams, which is true. Spiritual illness crippling America. This is a curse. And that's exactly what it is. You have the patriarch of the Orthodox Church coming out and saying the cell phones are the devices that mesmerize you and tie you into the Antichrist computer brain. And that's what it is. And so you hear Elon Musk saying it, the patriarch of the Orthodox Church saying it, Armstrong Williams saying it. That's what this is. This is a curse. And real evil is being poured out in the world today. And I made some phone calls before I was even on air today to a few people just to let them know that, you know, some of the evil people that they've been exposing, they don't know how evil they are. And it's painful to know all this, but it's more painful if we deny it. It's more painful if we do not resist it. And and the children don't know. And so they're being snared at a very young age. That's what these monsters do. They target them when they can't fight back. And so I want to say this before I get into Trump and the emergency. Everything that they do is about covertness and incrementalism. Everything. It's the same blueprint, and then they even admit it. It's not even our opinion. The hydrofluorosilicic acid, the weaponized, electrified, acid-based fluoride, the GMO, the electromagnetic manipulations they admit gives you cancer and tell you in the newspaper is going to kill you, is going to scramble your DNA and mutate you. This is all a giant desecration of God's planet and of our genetics and our family lines. Our seed, our genetics is literally being mutated into an ugly demonic form because that's what Satan seeks to do to God's creation. And so people have to understand, everything is a soft kill covert op. All these people that pose like self-help and, you know, all the modern Timothy Leary types who are out there know full well what they're doing. And the vaccine pushing and the GMO and the cultural attack and the American Psychological Association saying men existing is bad and is a disease. No, they are the disease. Aliens, if they showed up and had collaborators, would be making announcements. Your families are bad. Your men are bad. Get rid of your boys. Put them in dresses. Give them chemicals. I mean, this is a science fiction movie for real, folks. The devil is a damn alien, okay? The Bible tells you the whole thing. It's going on. It's in it from another dimension. You can't see it, but it's all there, all around us. And it wants to kill you and your family, period. And this evil force in the universe is telling all these people like William Shatner and Joe Rogan and all these other people, join us and you will get eternal life. You will get advanced technology. You'll be uploaded. We're going to go through this great cleansing of the earth, and then you're going to be on the other side of it. They all know it. And then they pose like little kind of happy, trendy people, let's use this as an example, to make everybody not understand that they're predators. And they know exactly what they're doing, luring people into the drug culture, luring people into the so-called New Age, luring people into this whole thing. And it's all meant to get you like I'm walking out in front of a Mack truck you don't see, and you never know what hits you. And so, and of course, these people are all slaves too. I'm not even singling them out to say they're bad. It's just that I realized people I've known a long time, because I'm such a loyal person, because I know them, I decide to be blind and be delusional, even though there's evil sitting right there. And so it's good to see people pick sides. It's to be banned and attacked and persecuted and betrayed by these people is good, because we're forcing their hand to come out in the open and show us who they are. We're forcing these rats, these roaches, to come out from underneath their rocks and face us. And that's what they can't stand. It's come out. Facebook is a total brainwashing cult. Their own literal, it's all MKUltra stuff. The universities, the psychology departments are their own cults. They're all pushing psychotropics and ayahuasca and DMT, and then all these new synthetic super drugs coming out are being tested inside the universities everywhere. MKUltra is on your television. MKUltra is on your smartphone. MKUltra is in your school. MKUltra is in your water. It's even on CNBC that Facebook is a cult. You understand? And so they want to put you into the sensory deprivation tank of the internet. And they don't want us jacking into it, coming in and saying, look, we're not offering you some wonderland of the Matrix, but it's what'll make you strong, and it's the real place. And I genuinely care about you. We're in this together. I've had 4 children. The globalists don't have children because they're selfish on average, because they don't want to bet on the future. They don't want to carry out that biological function that takes them closer to God. And they've all signed on to death. They're not going to get eternal life. They're going to get eternal death. You understand? Because they are death. They are destruction. They are slavery. Our country is under total attack. Europe is under total attack. But the good news is Italy's president and vice president, prime minister, have come out and said there is an axis of evil in Germany and France, allied against the rest of Europe and the world. It was set up by the Nazis. It's World War II, Part 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4, World War IV. They're taking over with economic warfare and anti-culture warfare and anti-family warfare. And now it's spreading, and they're saying we must create an axis worldwide to defeat this new system. So now all these presidents are sounding just like InfoWars, not because they're even listening, of course they are, it's because it's true. So our chain reaction is now launching. The resistance is now going into its main phase. The enemy can feel it and is going to put their full weight against us right now. Pray for Trump and ask God and Jesus' spirit to enter the planet. We'll be right back. Stay with us. CBD-rich hemp oil is totally organic, all natural, something God gave us, and it doesn't have THC in it, and it's totally legal in all 50 states. This is where everybody's going. This is what your body actually needs. There are so many different spectrums of this natural oil that comes from hemp, now legal and lawful in all 50 states, that you need to just go research it for yourself. Now, obviously, there's been a giant marijuana legalization craze that Soros has funded the last 10 years. I've not been involved in that. It's a huge bubble. This is not marijuana. There are hundreds of varieties of hemp. This is industrial hemp that has all the good attributes, but not the bad attributes that turn people into potheads in their basements, picking and eating their boogers. This is the good CBD from the organic hemp oil. And there are so many great products that you simply need to go to InfoWarsStore.com and link over to WashingtonsReserve.com, or simply go to WashingtonsReserve.com yourself to look at all the products, to read about the history, and to see the facts for yourself. It's a 360 win. There are different CBD rich hemp oil extractions for many, many, many different uses. You owe it to yourself to go look at this for yourself and to also understand it helps fund the info war. People wonder why I haven't gotten into CBD oil. Well, because some of the stuff's got problems, some of it can get you high, and some of it can get you arrested. This is not that. Legal in all 50 states. It's from hemp, not marijuana. It's totally legal. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we can ship to all 50 states right now from the great website, WashingtonsReserve.com.